Well. Welcome back to another episode of corru.observer. Did I just get a lag spike? Did I just get a second lag spike? Excuse, is it a third lag spike? Hold on. Refreshing might reload quality, right? Or something like that. Okay, much better now. Definitely, yeah? Well, we've got people to talk to. So, let's talk to, oh, it's Carrick. Okay, I was confused. I was like, why does the map want to talk to me? But yeah, honestly, I assume all of these would be in the same, but let's talk to Bosco first, actually. How about, let's approach him. How you doing, Bosco? Bosco watches over us as we prepare. I meet his gaze for an instant, though he turns to the door quickly. Stony as he appears, another loss hanging over us is surely eating at him. Through our connection, I try to reach out. Bosco, thank you for protecting us. If you had not been here, Kavik and Tozak may not have survived. It is too soon for thanks. Carried in his shared thought is a great weight of anger, regret. But does not solidify these into any specific meaning. His silence. It is an effort to contain this weight to himself. You know, we could not have done anything for Milsa. She removed the time stopper and she did what she could to help us. Yeah. Itzel's death was tragic, and now Milsa's was tragic. I almost feel like, what if this is a writing project, and the authors of this whole sequence were like, what is the saddest way we can make each of them die? Itzel's the one who has a loved one, so we'll, you know, force us all to have to kill her while she's still barely lucid. Because she's attacking them all, and then so he lashes out and tries to get revenge and dies. What's the most tragic way Milsa could go? It's her having some kind of hope that there's more, some kind of reason, and then she goes. And if that's the case, I worry about these other characters. But Kavik did what he had to. Are you ready to move yet? He need not be any clearer. It is truly chilling to see him like this. Soon. Hey, Carrick. How are you doing? Carrick? Oh, is this individual? Carrick paces upon the entry terminal's smooth surface. Though their legs sink into it slightly, like it is rotting. Carrick? Does the heart being lost so soon affect the spire's stability at all? It was not running before anyway, right? Carrick's attention tears to me so suddenly, like a startled cave pest. The heart was stopped, but it was still releasing pressure, even if that was to feed the ceremony. Now, the entire system is going to stall, break down even faster. I fear that the time stopper will give out before we get through. Yeah, because we really did not even have time to talk. Uh-oh. We must stop Vakoa and get into the core fast. Or collapse is not just likely, it is inevitable. Well, about that. Toggle cloak, Gaku. Toggle cloak. That's just my greeting to you at this point. Hey Gaku, what's up? Toggle cloak. Lingering near the terminal, Gaku examines a repair made on her arm. It is discolored, a temporary patch of corru that melds with her outer membrane. She is modeled with these patches. Sensing my approach, she gives a small welcome with her receptors. With the time stopper, we can speak without fear of too much time being lost. You do not need to say anything. Is the weight of our losses so plain upon me? We can figure out what to do for them once this is finished. I just wish I had more time to talk to Milsa. She and I were not aligned, but in those moments of calm, I felt that she truly meant well. It even seemed like I was getting through to her. I hope she found her answers. Aww. Velzy always has a twisted way of giving them. Yeah, fuck Velzy! I affirm with my receptors, there is nothing for me to add. And I cannot weigh my mind with any more guilt in this critical time. Right away reminding me back of the dire situation we've been in. It just gets more dire. Her work complete, our impromptu mender now examines the distorted melting wall. Though she's disconnected from the time stopper and time is short. I must ask. Idril. Tazik is struggling to walk. And it seems as if he is no longer in fighting shape. In your team before, among the contact afflicted, what did this mean? Oh, already? Huh. That suggests a later stage. It is as I thought. Gaku and Bosco are silently drawn to the conversation. I feel their worry weighing through our connection. It was around this time they began to shelter in the dual mind with me. They were unable to help otherwise, and so they waited. Oh no, Tazik's out of the picture. No, if it's up to Tazik, then he's not out of the picture. But it only became worse. Something was pulling at them, they said, even within the silence. One even evacuated their body thinking it would help, but no. Actually, their decline became even more rapid. There was one case, a Jut who was able to stand again, who went out to help the others. Okay, is there a way that we can, like, learn how to delay it? But according to them, she was not like this for long. You want to make Tazik the interim groundsmind, right? Yes. Then at this rate, even if we take hold of the core soon, his effective time may be short. A sudden fear is driven to my mind core. Oh gosh, we have no more time left. If not him, then who? Then there is no time to waste. Oh no. Can it be Gakfu? I don't know. I don't know. There's no time to waste, everyone! We're saving though after that. And also just because I feel like I might actually, hold on, let's consider refreshing. We'll consider refreshing. My computer keeps telling me it needs another update, so I'm like a little, last time this happened, my computer started stuttering in the middle of recording, so, I'll hope that doesn't happen. Or I could just refresh, Koi, what is the right thing to do? We're gonna continue! Continue on, we have no time to waste! Never mind, this is turning back. No time to waste! This way, yeah? Oh, wait. Wait, can I even go? Oh, I'm just like exploring now at this point. Wait, don't tell me there's an evil mode. So there's proceed. That's save slash proceed. Which would mean this. Oh, this is just a save. Huh, I didn't even notice. Okay, hurry. Hurry, no time to waste. I'm so sorry. Wait, save and heal? Wait. Oh, Kavik, see? Yeah, see? That's different than just a save. It is hard to believe this is the same hall we walked before. We stay closely grouped together as we advance, prepared for the worst. Idril follows us, fascinated by the distortion, prodding at the personnel doors as we pass them. The underlying physicality here is really starting to fade. That is so cool! Cool? Idril, how can we be sure of any walls or floors now? Oh, do not worry so much. The dual plane is not a space you can simply fall into. It's not the back rooms. So if you step expecting to find the ground, then your foot will probably find it. Why is this hall so much worse than anywhere else? As the ceremony shrinks, the overlap is drawn in closer too. So it is a smaller radius of effect, but much more intense, under higher pressure. Like holding a little light against your eye. It will probably only get stranger. Stronger? No, stranger. At the end of this twisted path lies the door to the lesser mind. And so comes the time to finish cutting off Vakoa. Kavik? Are you outside the silence? Hello, yes, I am right next to the door on my side. Telyu is helping Tazik. He will not be joining us for this. Alright, we are entering now. Prepare yourself and enter in a blink. And so we proceed. Okay. Sequence again. To find Idril's expectation correct. The room's configuration is wrong, likely coiled in the same tendrils that Tazik saw. Immediately my mind turns to the golem we lost, but there is no carcass to be found, especially not with the distortion so heavy. Beyond a claustrophobic passage between the pods, Kavik prepares a handful of explosives. I step forward to begin searching for any foes. But the instant I do, Bosco pulls me back. A powerful dull pulse blasts through the corridor. One that could only have come from our golem. There it is, hovering. Not exactly repaired, but unbroken. An amalgamation animated by the ceremony. And between the edges of the pods, I spot another foe. Hold on. Wait, that's... Itzel? But Itzel taken over. Okay. You spot another foe. Is it gonna be Milza? The familiar shape of... Dozkalvi! Oh no! Wait, they're together this time. Because I dealt with Milza, yeah. Oh no! How is she here? I mean, I hope in some way, shape, or form that they're together and happy, but they're attacking us here. Itzel and Dozkalvi, both here, reunited. Vakoa is taunting us. Rage boils in my mind, that my mistakes would be used against me so readily. The Okadoya comes again, not to speak, not to grant visions, but to laugh, playfully, without contempt. Something in it feels familiar, like Itzel's mind when they were connected. But it is ultimately meaningless. There can be no reasoning. That is how it seems. They don't really reason to plead their case, they just take you. Especially not with the golem raising its pulsing gauntlet again. We must fight. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, Itzel and Arkivi, I see. Well, that's not great. Bosco, Gakfu. Okay, we got Kavik here for a healer, but Kavik's almost dead. I'd love to. Can I just frenzy you? I want to frenzy you, but I can't. These? What are these? Effects? Attacks on this tile will hit pod. What's pod? Origin pod. Okay, I'm a bit confused, but maybe Kavik can set up bombs here. I don't think I can. Okay, what just happens if I killed pod? I don't know. Wait, this is Gakfu? Shit. Let's wait. Yeah, destabilize us, I guess? Kavik, we're going to need you, like, over here. And then Bosco. Pull back. I don't even know why I did that. Okay, Akazet's totally gonna get killed. Akazet's stunned, I think. Yeah, minus stun. Gaku, you ought to scramble them. Times 4. Pod's flesh melts away as well. Okay. Okay, real quick. I can plant here. I can't move there, but I can plant here, I think? Okay, well, I kind of didn't mean to. I kind of need healing, and mainly on Kavik right now. How do I hit you? Akazet's in the way. I can stand here? Hold on, wait, hold on. Kavruka, I guess? Like that? Sure, we'll stun you guys. Please say that works? It does work, okay. Now Akazet can move. Oh wait, this just died. Interesting. Alright, frenzy on our Kiwi friend. Okay. Akazet, maybe you should get destabilized. Actually, no, I think you're totally gonna get hit and die. Oh, you don't have like a quick mend or anything. You can only cover. Okay, Bosco. We need you. Oh shit, you dodged! No! No, not Kavik! I need to heal Kavik! Kavik's stunned! Okay, so Akazet, you can stand here. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. This is kind of bad. This is kind of very bad, actually. Alright, I'm not destabilized anymore. Do they share health? They happen, or do they just happen to have the same amount of health? Okay. Okay. Alright, I've got destabilized on me right here. And my evasion is up. So... Bam! Okay. Destabilize us all. I think I destabilized my enemies as well. Not the greatest, actually. Everyone get cover. Take cover. Hey, Bosco. They do seem to be sharing it, though. Okay, yeah, they do share. I'm looking at it more specifically now. Kavik, please don't die! I think I need a restorative assist. Give Reddy's 2 claws? What is this effect? Planted bomb. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Smashing target upon next origin turn will knock back all allies proportional to proximity. Oh, the origin's taking turns? Okay, well in that case, just get puncture on. Just get puncture. Just get puncture. Do that. I don't think I hit myself. And then honestly, we can just do that, yeah? 11? Come on, take puncture damage, please. Oh wait, no, it's Bosco's turn. Hold on. We do this. Throw punch! Wait, we got it. But it's last stand time, isn't it? There's always a last stand. With a final blow, both does Calvi and the Golem stagger, recoil. They are breaking apart, the same as any other foe we have faced. They stumble towards each other, vulnerable and crumbling. Before I can finish it, the chamber trembles. Surely being coiled by the ceremony in response to our victory, it takes us a moment to recover and adjust. Okay, who's this? And why do they have 40 HP? This isn't last stand. Only to see that the remnant of our golem has collapsed, fused with the ground. Despite this, no victory is had yet. Something is happening. Stalks of light rise from the corpse into the glow above, or maybe the other way around, to form a figure. Unfamiliar at first, but in its light I see one of Duskalvi's receptors. Another Itzil's. They combined. Ah! Zzz, back upon the catafalques lie our bodies. Their hearts still beat, though there is nothing within. For we are here now, together gazing down at them. Is this... So are they shooting us, like they're shooting us a memory? It seems like the only way they can communicate. It's a memory of who? Is it those from earlier? Their hearts still beat, our bodies still beat, but there's nothing within? For we are here now, together gazing down at them. It sounds like, the togetherness sounds like the togetherness of Duskalvi and Itzil. Do they have a ship name? It's Calvi? And we find there's nothing to do but laugh. This absolutely sounds like Velzy. Velzy's laugh. Velzy's glee. Velzy, what is your problem? This is no mere performance for us. Their tendrils crawl outwards like reddened veins, hooking into the darkness of the air, pulling something closer. Biological sign of parasitic interference. Interesting. I will not wait to see what their plan is. They're hooking into the darkness of the air? Finish it. Oh no. I don't have a good feeling about any of this. Okay. 6 turn puncture. Honestly, we should also perform acts of... Wait, can I move in close? Destabilize myself. Destabilize? Because destabilize and puncture, they help, yeah? Together. And then Kavik. Kavik, you're just like, I don't know. You hide. You just eat assist. Nom nom nom. And then Bosco, I feel like we're gonna have a little bit of trouble after this. Come on. What was that? Oh, all of these are dying. Wait, we have to kill fast. But that's okay. Because we can kill fast. Because why am I blue, by the way? Kavik had this sort of blue effect. Is this kind of an error? You can tell me if it's some kind of like error or is there some kind of extra thing going on, because I'm pretty sure to make this blue you'd need pixels that aren't being used. Like, is this an exception to the color scheme, or is this like my browser thing being weird? Die! I'm so sorry. With our attacks, the tendrils forming this illusion finally break apart, losing shape. Aki? Akazet. Plan? I have had enough of this terrible life. Stepping in. Or maybe that's not plan. Maybe they're saying please. Play. This is like, could be an A. But this is definitely Akazet. They're calling my name. Like, they have some kind of consciousness still. I already talked about this last episode. I hate this. I hate this game. Stepping in, I claw viciously at the beast's warping shape, becoming lost in its light. Gripping semi-solid tendrils, tearing them away. Rending the flesh of this now unfamiliar monster mercilessly. It may try to speak, but I do not listen. We are beyond that now. Eventually, with enough broken, some threshold is passed. A snap beyond physicality, the shifting of some weight within the dull plane as it draws from this place. And as it does, the world shifts around us again. Vakoa's hold on the chamber is weakened, returning echoes of its true shape. Oh yeah, it was this room. My claws, my robe, all stained deep with dark sludge. Idril and Carrick hurry in once the area seems clear. Kavik, over... Carrick had immediately begun to call out our next steps, but now seems distracted by the remnants of our foe, which I stand atop. With an urgent gesture from myself, they continue. Over here. Yes, the pods drew from both above and below. We must detonate these final connections. But this room is our last way out, so they must be focused. We need only destroy the downward veins along the far wall. You are sure it will not collapse upon us? If we do this right, it will be safe. Ah, okay. Show me the positions. Here, I'll help. Kavik, Carrick, and Idril set to their work. But my mind is drawn to the dome mine's door. Tazik is alright, yes? Kavik speaks between hasty applications of his devices. Oops. Ah, he is in good claws. Telly was helping him fix some internals because he found that there were the grand door to the core parts, and immediately we stand at the ready. It is her. Hi, Vakoa! So, here's the thing. I can't scroll up and see, but you see, Akazet, please? I feel like there's some, oh, I hate this. I feel like we're still somehow we're doing something wrong. And the problem is Milza, Itzel, Discolvi, they all retain some... Even Discolvi, whose mind core was lost, in, you know, in Velzy, they have some kind of a consciousness. Whether Velzy is puppeteering them, imitating what they once were, whether they're actually somehow all together in a better place somehow. Whether that's the case, there might be some remnant of actual Vakoa here. This distinction of Vakoa showing up before us. One that can only communicate with these memories. Bosco and I guard the others. There wasn't a sound for this dialogue. Is that wrong? That's like kind of spooky. The light within the core chamber is flickering, unsteady, clearly on the verge of collapse. Whether the ceremony is failing or the contrivance is nearly upon us, I cannot tell. But the unmistakable shape of Vakoa is here, shifting chaotically. Hi, Vakoa! I can see something different in her stance, even in this state. The serenity that persisted when we first saw her. It has given way to fury. Yeah, no kidding. After a pause, she takes a step forward and we prepare to fight again. But she moves not to strike, waving her claws urgently, her incomprehensible Okidoya crying out. I feel like there's a communications issue. I wonder if we opened up communications on this courses, if we could get, you know, an insight into the communications issue. I jest, but I'm serious that there's some kind of issue. Pleading. Ignorant of the apparition's interruption, Kavik calls out. Oh no. Get away from the walls! It is time! We split in different directions as the first of the detonations flashes through the room. I want to know what Vakoa had to say! Here's the thing, like, I don't know what's happening. I still don't get how, like, the storm and what Gordon did and all of that has led to this. I don't get it! Maybe she's trying to do something. Maybe this is some kind of only way. I don't know what's happening! But she does! The Okidoya begins to roar again, desperate and afraid for the first time. It causes a terrified despair to ring through me. A feeling that demands I should be crying, screaming as if what we are doing is... Before it can convey any tangible meaning to us. No, I feel like I've got this meaning. As if what we are doing is wrong. This has to be... Is this like Vakoa's plan somehow? Plan to deal with... Like, was a threat started and Vakoa's is simply understands it and is responding to it better than us? Like maybe the Look, we don't know what she's doing. My sight, my mind, they clear, like waking from a dream. Her shape simply vanished. The chamber holds strong, no doubt due to the strategic detonations, but it is frighteningly dark. The Okidoya, the overlap's distortion. It is dim, distant, but not gone. The door to the ground's mindery chamber stands open, ready for us to proceed. Wow! Yes! Yes! Haha, we did it! Yay! Though, actually, not yet. I just wanted to have a moment of fall celebration too. You started the fall celebration, kind of. Well, you just said wow, actually. The ceremony and its overlap are still in there. All we did was break the last of its grasp outside of the core. What? Did you not say this would stop it? It will. It is not an immediate process. A crucial detail she failed to share. Vakoa trying to grow it again would just pointlessly starve the core to death. Like I said, even if this is only an imitation of her, that would be stupid. So, the last structures it uses to hold open the overlap are probably snapping right now. freeing up the core. Anyway, could be a few blinks or... We do not have a few blinks. Oh, hey, buddy. Something's different about you. Something's different about you. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Tazik earns all our gazes. Emerged from the dull mine's hull, supported by Telyu. His body's in worse condition when I last saw him through Kavik's vision. Judging by the clean lines, he must have cut out some portion of his organs. Oh my god. He speaks urgently, sparing details. The things this man— I told you, like, if it's up to Tazik, Tazik is not out of commission yet. This is a rapid escalation, but he is still trying. He's carving out his own organs? This is terrible! My affliction is... oh my god! My affliction is progressing, and I have done what I can to stall it. I still feel it. Something connecting to me. And when you detonated that last bomb, I felt it sink. And then tension from the voice. The one that Vakoa spoke with, burning with desperation. She is trying to form a lesser contrivance with what is left. If she does that, the core is gone. Tazik, you trust this feeling? It is no hallucination? He dips his head, affirming with his receptors. Well, the overlap is still there. And that means we can still interact with the ceremony. So if it is breaking apart, we just have to go in there and destroy what's left. Oh, it's all still gonna end in collapse, isn't it? Oh, yeah! And since the overlap is so small now, the critical veins of the ceremony will probably be visible. If we attack them, will the core be harmed? No. While the core is being used as a catalyst, it is technically separate from the ceremony. It is more like an entrance. It created the small cut that the ceremony was formed through. So if you sever the ceremony's organs, the tendrils that widen it will snap even more. And if enough gives way, it should give out all at once. Entirely cleaving the ceremony from material reality and leaving the core for us. Okay. So we have to, okay. We just gotta go in there and fight, I guess. Sure, it may have a few extra organs and appendages, but everything should still be there. Then we have our path forward. And so the time comes at last. We can end this slaughter. But why is Vakoa even still trying? Anytime I think of what her plan could be, there's this quiet doubt within, one that has grown as we have seen more. A suspicion that slaughter is not the right word. Yeah? I mean, you went vicious on Itzel and Discalvi. And you're thinking of, look, it's still here in my dialogue segment. And now, you're telling me now they're not slaughtered? Cause let me say, you're reconsidering this in the context of what her plan could be. She might have a plan. She could know what she's doing. And I mean, I do believe you all when you're right, like, this is not Vakoa, like, no, what coup would do any of this? There's information we're lacking. Ah, I don't like this. I don't like this. But no, the horror in the segments above are plain reminders. What we are doing is right, and we must press on. For the sake of any who still live. I mean, I think so. There's a moment of heavy silence as I look amongst the team. Gokfu's body is giving way. It is clear to see. Toggle cloak. But she fights with her mind core, so that is not a great hindrance. Bosco must remain intact if we are to use his chases for emergency survival. Oh yeah. Oh no. So, what greater emergency remains than stopping the ceremony? And Tazik, we cannot afford to risk exposure to his affliction. Tell you will not fight, and I feel I simply cannot rely on Idril. Yeah. Do I have to go in solo? Cause I ain't taking Gokbu. I'm not taking... I guess I could take Bosco. Right, you kind of maybe mentioned that. Are we sure Tell you won't fight? They all stare back at me as I survey them. We need 3 at least! Wait, Kavik's still around, yeah? Kavik's still around! Kavik the goat! We're in a bad state. But Kavik, Gokfu, Bosco. Are you all still able to fight? Okay. So okay, Gokfu, you got this. Kavik, we got this. Yeah. Is it still weird that I'm worried that Kavik's even present for this, because I feel like this is gonna end with the collapse has to end with a smiley entity, right? The smiley face, the freaky smiley face, and it's gotta be Kavik. Sorry. Before I was distrustful of him, but now I'm worried his literal smile gets stolen. I have been a lookout on the eyes, like who can make these eyes, but I don't know. Velzy's eyes are rather unique. Of course. This is it. Of course. This is it. Yeah, I can manage. Just cover me when you can. It is getting hard to move. I only have a handful of explosives left. We have not fought any real golems in a while, so I have not been able to make more. And all our other materials went into making the stationary explosives. Save them for critical detonations then. Tell you, Idril, do you have any weapons Kavik could use? Nothing that is attached to me. Tell you, did the other disabler still hold charge? In the 3rd operation pod? A grim, nauseous twist overtakes Telyu's receptors. What is this constant apprehension over the Dull Mind's 3rd pod? Yeah, what is it? Telyu's... Was it not simply broken? I did not check. But that is wise. I will go and fetch it. Akazit, if you and your team want to proceed in, I will be right behind you to deliver materials. We still have some restoratives and other bits, disabler aside. Only deliver? We have 2 free time stopper connectors. Telyu's eyes shift away, receptors rolling in frustration. I will get the disabler and other materials for you. And if I can, I will help. But I am not connecting to your time stopper again. Okay, do you not like the possibility of anyone being able to read you? Her continued objection is so strange. What is it she fears? What secret could you possibly be holding? She reckons to Bosco, who comes to support Tazik. But Tazik raises a claw, his head rolling as he tries to focus. Oh, he's speaking wrong. Get to the disabler. But I have an idea. Kavik, you say you have not fought any real golems lately, but you did. Grant me a blink. They pause, watching him point to... Oh? Our puppeted golem's melted corpse in the dark. He pushes them aside, stumbling towards it and kneeling. Where he wordlessly begins work with his Korriskivi. His movement is wobbly, uncertain, but driven by some insight. Oh. What are we gonna salvage? Telyu disappears into the darkness before any further questioning begins. Suspicious. I see. Everyone, ready yourselves. We must stop this now. Current memory stream near conclusion. Advise, save iteration. Marked entities contain dialogue unique to this stream segment. Interact before advancing. Utilize proceed entity to save or advance stream. It is nearly time. We got quite a few of us here. Man, ever since I switched to doing a 3-episode schedule, for those of you, hey, hello, people watching in the far, far future, catching up on this playthrough perhaps. Watching these when they don't come out. In numbers, you may be less than the people who watch them when they come out. But I do still think of you. That said, for those who don't know, I'm currently been doing a very a 3-episode upload schedule, and every time it absolutely excites me, or it's just pretty cool when like my 3rd episode before, you know, next week's episodes, before you have to wait till next week, right? Always lands on a good moment. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, well, I guess tomorrow for you guys, yeah? Tomorrow, it might all end. It'll probably be, gosh, if it all, I wonder how long this is gonna take to, like how long is this possibly gonna get dragged out for? Can you imagine? I thought a long time ago would be the end. I thought, oh wow, well here it is, the last floor. I knew there would be more objectives. I knew it would get longer. I knew there'd be so much more to it. And now here I am, and it's telling me we're near the end. And I have actually asked in the corru Discord now at this point. They had a channel now, like a new one for new players. So I was just like, I kind of wanted to know. I'm like, about where in the game am I? In terms of episode content. And I think this is the, I think what I'm playing through now is the newest episode. I actually don't know how new it is as an episode, but it is the newer episode, I think. There's still a lot of side content I imagine I haven't got around to, released in the other episodes. Believe me, I haven't even finished Jocks the Ozo. Can you believe that? I can't. But that said, there will still be playing after, but I feel like maybe next episode we'll begin to see the beginning of the actual beginning of the end, if that makes sense. Oh my goodness. So, Kavik. Kavik lingers near the entrance, taking inventory of his explosives and our resources. Though I sense uncertainty, he is rightly shaken after what happened with Milza and Itzel, but I feel I should not agitate this. His faith in the plan has been unwavering. It is no time to muddy his thoughts. We must focus. Kavik, my friend, are you ready? Akazit, I am down to my last mending applicators, and similarly I will have to be very careful with my explosives. I fear that I will not be of enough help. And with Tazik out and Gaku so wounded, I just hope Tellu can find something to work with. Do not worry. Bosco and I will lead the way. If we stay together, it will be fine. Whatever you bring will be enough, I am certain. Vakoa will surely try to distract us with false foes, but we need only harm the ceremony enough for it to give way. Kavik nods a receptor, my words inspiring some determination. Okay. I trust you, Akazit. You know I do. And I want you to know, I have been thinking about what you said. No matter what happens, being able to work with you here, charging with you into the depths of this infestation to stop it, I would never have chosen differently. You never failed me. That message completely slipped my mind. But hearing him say this, it loosens the coil of my receptors. Aww. Thank you, Kavik. That's so sweet! Gakfu. Toggle cloak. Gakfu lingers near the wall, watching over the others. A kind twist in our receptors forms as I approach. Gakfu, are you ready? Oh, Akazit. Do not say that as if I have a choice. She chuckles, merely a wry complaint. Her laugh lifts my spirit. All this running around, sabotaging. It is truly funny, Akazit. This is the very thing I chose to escape so many eyes ago. Velzy's fondness for repetition is truly nauseating. You can say that again. If this works out, and we really can stop the collapse, Maybe will be a sign I never should have stopped, huh? Perhaps quiet sabotage of those who mean harm is my calling. A part of the conflict as she is, on a side that seems to be smaller, I cannot help but ask. You say that, but did you really stop? Though confused at first, she processes my question quickly. The coil of her receptors loosens. I did, Akazet. Our work. It was never something I was trying to ruin. If anything, my plan was to protect you all if we found anything. It is only through Velzy's cruel twisting that someone else reached you first. And so brazenly. Who? Personally, I would have been more delicate about the matter. Maybe I should have acted sooner after we discovered the pattern. But now was no time for regrets. And Akazet? You should know. This attack, this tragedy, if we are not careful, even if we succeed, it could be for nothing. Survivors could be picked up, recruited, suppressed. Despite everything, the conflict could stay in the dark, while those who seek awakening entrench themselves further. Outside of just helping survivors and escaping, that has been my greatest concern. But somehow this unfathomable loss will not change anything. Well, I feel like as an interloper, I've gotta make this count. Can I change anything in the real world? Any effects in the real world because of this game? This knowledge? I also got to see how Akazet's personal assist, which has to be with her for this, if she ends here, because that's something I'm going to keep track of too as well. Right? It's everything I said, like, how many episodes ago? I feel like 10 episodes now ago, I feel like, but I don't know if it's actually that many. So many episodes ago, where I mentioned, like, the smiley face has to come out of this. It has to come out of this. I think it comes out of this. I could be wrong, but it has to come out of this. They remember their time in the embassy so fondly. They say usurpers. It's this. It's this. It's this. How does it get on the cyst? How does Akazet's cyst end up at the bottom of the ocean? You know? I need to know. I will not let that happen. None of us will. You know that. Yeah, I do. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, if something does not seem right, do not rush to share the truth you have learned. Not until you know it cannot be silenced. Understand? A strange demand, some sort of precaution. She will not say it, but she thinks she is going to die here. But I will not let that happen. Yes, I think so. Good. We should begin soon. You will not let that happen? How's that gonna age? Oh no. Oh no. So many more of us. Idril and Carrick. Idril chats idly with Carrick, who still sits upon her shoulder. Structural plans, worries about the Spire's health, time left. While I dislike interrupting, a question forms in my mind. Hello, Idril, Carrick. Akazet! Is there a problem? Oh, no. We're about to move in. I wanted to ask Idril, do you have any idea how this all connects? The signals that warp the golems, the ceremony, the contact affliction, Vakoa, the meteorite, the Bright Cousins probe. All of these events are conjoined. They have to be. They do have to be! Carrick knows I am leaving out those details, visible in the pulling back of the receptors. There's so many variables, but I will spare her involvement. What a funny question! I really have no idea at all. That signal, or scream as my other friends called it, that easily could have been a product of the Groundsminder core being misused. Doubt it. Our mind cores are often ignorant of Groundsminder signals, though. So it was as if Vakoa were sending something else through the broadcast relays. Yes, what was it? That aside, Groundsminder in the ceremony alone would not cause the strange affliction we have seen. Which is something entirely new. The affliction is Groundsminder in a ceremony, yeah. Really, Akazit, it is all so fascinating and unprecedented. I'm sure I will be studying this for eyes and eyes. I think we're all about to die. Sorry. Assuming we survive, of course. Still so detached. There's a significant chance that we all perish, and yet she snickers. This could be the last time we speak. I will not withhold my curiosity any longer. One more thing. Your behavior, Idril, is it self-modification? Is it? Forgive the accusation, but... Akazit! Carrick is practically in shock at my bluntness. Wow! Well, I did not realize I appeared that way. No, I have not self-modified. Oh. You're just traumatized. It is true that my mind core is a little unusual, but that is because I am starving it. It is common for extended study dual engineers like myself. A very standard practice, and mostly harmless. It may seem strange, but it makes the dual plane easier to understand. Oh? You are starving your mind core. I can tell you more if we live. Detached as she is not blind to our Zenruka. And Akazit, I am confident we still have time. I have been reviewing every piece of knowledge about the Spire I have, brainstorming with Idril too, who has some secondary knowledge. And I have some theories on how we can still save it, but you have to act fast. Once it is clear, I will come help. Very well. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, Bosco. Bosco stands across from the door, staring into it. And as I approach, I feel his rage. With the slightest turn of his head, he acknowledges me. All of this. Our mission, our entire future. Everyone. So many lost. So much truly lost. So much we can never recover. And we still do not even know why. His gaze turns to me, slowly. Vakoa is a monster. When we are done, let there be nothing left of her. I dip my receptors affirmatively. I agree with him. However, it is vengeance alone that grips him. I understand. I feel it too. But vengeance so easily spirals into unwise decisions. Yeah. Oh no. Bosco, just remember, you must survive if we are to endure a collapse. We will stop Vakoa, we will have our answers, but promise you will stay with us and protect us. Do not rush ahead or grasp at false opportunities. The notion that he might even consider doing this inspires a sharp twist of his receptors. For an instant, in his instability, I fear he may lash out, but he softens. I promise. Oh, thank you, Bosco. Please, please stick to that. Oh, I care so much for these characters. Tozik. Speaking of... Oops, I accidentally examined you. Cousinly eyes, huh? Tozik is hunched over in the dark, only slightly illuminated by the gate before us. He cuts into the golem's obscured melting mass, drawing out small components. A gauntlet is set aside, hollowed out, veins pulled from it to form new connections. Though his feverish work is fascinating, his muttering inspires more worry. Oh no, he's sounding like them. Oh no. Oh, Tozik. Oh no! Surface mist condensing on the sentries. Vilk crawl by, they avoid the gate. Is he muttering to himself? He is. The pulse, the smoke, matter inverted. Is he trying to figure this out? Each phrase starts and ends with a strange distortion. Words mixing together, a sound like labored breath. He does not stop even as I approach. Tozik, are you... Imploded by the pulse. Without pause, his voice rises to greet me. Akazit, hello. I understand your concern. I am not lost, merely reviewing memory. Oh, please. Surface mist condensing on the sentries, Felt crawl by, they avoid the gate. The pulse, the smoke, matter, inverted. What do you remember? Imploded by the pulse? What do you mean? Whose memory? Is it even your own? It seems to be helping me stay present. I see. Okay. And the pulse, oh, but like constant stream, without pause. And the pulse drew more of them. Akka said there is no time to speak, but I know you. And I know you will hold my death as your fault. Dispersed, sliced apart to their cheers. But know that I am so happy to have learned the truth. If you carry it to everyone else, covering the entry of a surface runner, there will be nothing to forgive. Ah, wait. Ah, Tazik. There's no time to speak, but I know you, and I know you will hold my death as your fault, but know that I am so happy to have learned the truth. If you carry it to everyone else, there will be nothing to forgive. Oh, is that... Oh. See, now my fear is Akaza's gonna die thinking she failed this. But in a way, she hasn't. Because we have this choruses. We have this information. I don't know what FBX knows, and Moth doesn't either. But in the end, we can... Oh, make it worth it? Tazik, I just wanted... Tazik waves me away, coldly, turning back to his work. Connecting cysts, forming something new. Oh, from the remains. Accomplished our mission. An age of safety. A new age of safety. Okay. Thank you, Tazik. And on that somber note, we must save. I am so nervous for next episode, and we're gonna get to see it. We're gonna get to see it. I don't know how many episodes it's gonna take me. They make you seem like it'll be quick, but I imagine there's extended after sequences. You know, as everybody dies and gets actual last words in. I'm so nervous. Thank you everybody for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Farewell.